morning everybody and welcome to A Word of Change. My name is Magnus Hoglund and I'm head of digital media in TietoEnator. And if you want to learn how to spell TietoEnator, you have it over there. This is my daughter, Sana. She's 13 years old and she's constantly clicking on her mobile phone, which makes my wife kind of irritated. What my wife might not understand is that she's actually doing different things with her phone. She's shooting and editing videos, she's organizing her music, synchronizes it with her PC, with her mobile phone, and so on. Thing is, when I bought this phone for her, I asked her, what kind of phone would you like to have? Have you looked at some specific model, a Nokia, Sony Ericsson, Samsung, or something? And she said, yeah, I want a 3 phone. A 3 phone, I asked. 3 then being the operator 3 in Sweden. And the reason was that 3 was the first operator in Sweden who could offer MSN Messenger integrated to the mobile phone and to the subscription. And it's kind of acceptable for me as well now when I get the phone bills, because more or less all phone calls she makes is to me and my wife. And that's kind of limited. With her friends, she is chatting and exchanging things over Bluetooth. So I think this is an example of a changed consumer behavior that affects and will in future even more affect the operator if they don't change. I continue with my family album. This is my father, Hans. He's 68 years old. When he grew up in northern Sweden, in a village called Näsland, they had phone number 3. Now he's 68 years old and retired, and he thought, okay, now I have plenty of time, I should get myself a new hobby. So he found one, bird watching. So he went into a club for bird watching, and then he found out about this application running on a smartphone, which gives him alarms when there is some strange bird spotted at some strange location. So he went away buying that expensive smartphone only for that reason. He had a mobile phone earlier, which he shared with my mom, the simplest model ever. They put it on when they are going to call and then they turn it off. I don't know why all the people do it like that. But now he got himself a smartphone. And this thing, it can synchronize email, it can do video, it can do everything, but he's just using it for this application. And he's talking excitedly about the next version where he should get maps and navigation and so on integrated to this application. And when that next version comes, then he will buy himself a new phone. And this is my youngest daughter, Tyra. This picture is not arranged. This is her sitting watching her favorite TV show on mobile TV. And I think it helps if you have good enough eyes and short enough legs, if you're going to do it in this position. So these were some examples from my family, and I guess you all have similar experiences. Consumer behaviors are fundamentally changing. The digital natives, the people that grew up at the same time as the internet and the mobile phone was born, are now becoming employees, decision makers, consumers, and very soon they will dominate the market. User-generated content and social networking like YouTube and Facebook is attracting more and more of our time. And the more time we spend there, the less we will spend on traditional TV, for example. In this wealth of free content and services, new communities arise every day on a global level. Many of them focused on a narrow topic of interest, like bird watching, for example. As somebody said, I think it was the CEO of Alcatel, there is no longer any mass in the mass market. Users are also explorative. They want to try things out. However, if it's too complicated or too boring, they just click away. So, no manuals, basically. Time magazine every year announced the person of the year. Normally this person has a name. Dalai Lama, I think, got it one year. Year 2006, Time magazine announced you as the person of the year. And I think that was very insightful. So, basically what the users are looking for is anything, anywhere, anytime, on any device, instant, intuitive, personalized, and for free. Quite the requirement spec, right? So, I think that important questions for all of us that wants to be in the business or stay in the business is how will you create a large user base? How will you attract the share of the user's attention and wallet? How will you provide a personal experience to the user? How will you interact with the user over different channels? How will you start a dialogue with the user? Misspelled, I see. Where will your money come from in the future? And I